V2 Rayleigh debuted on OPTC Global on the 10th of May 2018. An oddity in the game to this point, Rayleigh debuted on a treasure map Sugo-Fest, to which you could claim that he was the OG treasure map legend. For this treasure map versus Cavendish, the characters that debuted on this particular treasure map Sugo-Fest included Gladius, Blast to capture Slicing Winds, as well as Nico Robin, Slicing Winds Captor. And the Sugo-Fest exclusive character of the batch had a captain effect that benefited from being at low HP for maximum damage potential, but also provided additional cooldown at the start of the quest to make farming even easier. His special would see plenty of usage on various teams as it provided a slot effect boost, a chain lock, slot change, and damage reduction all in one. Introducing Old Man watching over the new age, Dark King Rayleigh. In this series, we'll be traveling back in time to experience some of the older Sugo-Fest exclusive characters in their prime, aiming to show just what it was like to use these characters on their debut. I hope you enjoy the video, and without further ado, let's enter the Legends of OPTC. So thank you very much for checking out yet another episode of the Legends of OPTC, and today we're checking out a very interesting legend in the fact that not only the character was pretty decent on release, but the fact that this was the first Sugo-Fest exclusive to debut on a treasure map Sugo-Fest. This is the OG treasure map legend, and that character is Rayleigh, and we'll be going through him in just a moment. But of course, along with him were some treasure map rare recruits of Nico Robin and Gladius, as well as the actual treasure map character himself of Cavendish. This specific treasure map, I believe, came out it was literally like the Christmas treasure map of that year for Japan, and then it was later on for global because it was the Christmas White Knight Cavendish. But let's just go through what this Rayleigh was all about, because Rayleigh on release was pretty incredible, man. He had some good stuff going in his favor. So Dex Cerebral Free Spirit is his type and class combination, which is pretty good. Free Spirit, you love to see it. And then you've got the Captain ability of the unit, which would reduce the cooldowns of all specials by 1. Also would give all characters a 3.5 times boost and an increased chances of matching slots if your health was below 30% at the start of the turn. Otherwise, it was a 2.5 times boost. But then he also still provides you with a 1.25 times HP and recovery boost. So yeah, he's a low HP captain. That is his goal, which, you know, obviously on release was not super ideal, but the fact that, you know, you still got to remember that at this point in time, like, the best legend in the game was Lucy, who was, you know, hovering around that 3.7 multiplier consistently. So this is a character that is a rainbow 3.5 boost with higher chance of slots, and then the 1.25 health and recovery. The captain ability was still very, very solid at the time, and had great class combinations for Free Spirit and Cerebral. And considering the best ship in the game being the Zunisha ship, you could actually run a Cerebral team with him, and Cerebral at this point in time was still focused around being at low HP. Characters like Dogstorm, Legend Dogstorm, which had a special ability that could automatically reduce your HP really, really low, which would in turn allow you to get the buffed captain ability of Rayleigh. So there was some synergy already in place for this character. And if we scroll down and have a look at his special ability, which was a 14 turn cooldown, 200,000 fixed damage to one enemy, and would also lock the chain multiplier at 3 times for 1 turn, and then also give you a 1.75 slot effect boost for 1 turn. So that's always going to happen when you launch the special. So that's a good special so far. But then he says, if your HP is below 30% when you launch the special, you get 95% damage reduction, and then changes recovery, tandem, empty, and block slots into matching. So it's a pretty good special, honestly. You know, getting below 30% could be a little bit problematic, but if you are using him as the captain, then yes, you would most likely be under 30% when you're launching the special. But even if you're not, you're still getting an orb boost and a chain lock on activation, which is good. But then if you are at low HP, you get the damage reduction and the really good orb changing, which is great. So this character had a lot going for him. He was usable as a captain, but definitely was more used as a crewmate, just for the amazing damage boost that you could get from one special activation. And if you somehow got yourself to those low HP thresholds, you could use him to not only get those really cool buffs, but then also give you some really good slot changing as well. So Rayleigh had a lot going for him on initial release, and of course with his super evolution, he did get quite a lot of buffs as well. But yeah, I'm really excited to jump into the game today. It's been a really long time since I've actually used this guy as a captain. And I remember I actually pulled this character when I was out with my friends. We're at some donut shop, I think. And yeah, randomly did another multi and was able to get him, which was crazy. So yeah, this was definitely an off-screen ski pull. I remember this one for sure. This was crazy, getting him on his release, which helped a lot in the treasure map, that's for sure. So let's see what kind of content we're going to be using him in today. So in terms of the content that we have here, we've got 2 Coliseums and we have a clash. We've got Coliseum Raizo, Coliseum Kid being the Dex variation, as well as Clash Judge. Now, I believe at the time, I think only Raizo was actually out. I think Kid was a little bit later, and Judge, I don't actually remember who came out with Judge, but let's go ahead and spin that wheel and see what kind of content that we're actually going to be playing today. Let's see it. Coliseum Kid. Alright, this is going to be a tough one, but I'm really excited to jump into this one. Kid's going to be a really tough one, but I think Rayleigh can handle it, so let's go ahead and jump into the content. And here we are in game with the man, the myth, the legend, Silver's Rayleigh, former first mate of the Roger Pirates. He currently works on Sub-Odi Archipelago, coding ships. He watched Ace's execution remotely from a monitor and shed tears at the moment that his old rival Whitebeard left this world. So really great artwork here from V2 Rayleigh here. And of course we've got 100 attack, 100 HP cotton candy, max special, limit break, max forbidden tome sockets. We are good to go. This is the team composition that we have today, and because we are challenging a Coliseum that was not out at the release of Rayleigh, we're going to be using units that were out at the time of the release of Rayleigh. I believe Hawkins was. Maybe you guys will have to confirm that one, but I believe this limited rare record Hawkins was. But anyways, we're going to be using him anyway because he's going to be a really good asset to our team. Now, I'm not really too sure how this team is going to go. This is a pretty challenging Coliseum, especially on release. On release, it was very difficult, and not too many people had effective teams to actually get through it. But, of course, Coliseum Kid on release was an exceptionally powerful unit. And, of course, we are fully using the fact that we have a full Cerebral team here today, utilizing the Zunisha ship, which makes recovery and tandem slots beneficial, as well as giving us a very good attack boost and making perfects a little bit easier to hit, which is going to be very good for the Nami special, which gives us an attack boost on turn 1 and also an attack boost on the following turn as well, which is going to be pretty important for the team. So without further ado, guys, let's go ahead and jump into the content. Alright, so thank you very much to TheLordShiro for lending me his Rayleigh friend captain. I'm very nervous about this one. I don't know how this team is going to go. I feel like we may have to do this a couple of times because this is a very tricky Coliseum. But, I mean, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into it with V2 goddamn Rayleigh. And here we go. And luckily, you know, Rayleigh has that really cool effect in his captain, which gives -1 cooldown. And if you have double Rayleigh, it's -2 cooldown. With sockets, it's -4 cooldown. So -4 cooldown at the start of the quest is very valuable to have, especially back when he first came out. So, you know, kind of like a semi-speed farming captain, because there weren't really many captains you could use at the time that just were like the dedicated speed farmers. I guess technically Sengoku to a certain extent, but by this time when Rayleigh was out, you know, Sengoku had completely phased out and a lot of people had kind of forgotten about him and not really used him too much. But of course, we do need to make sure that we are getting proficient stall so that we can use the specials when we need them. Oddly enough, like all the characters on this crew are a 5 combo hit, so we need to actually, you know, stall with Neptune a little bit because he's the only 4 combo hit character on the team. Neptune was a very good unit for a really long time. I mean, even still in today's standards, he has a very useful special that is used in a lot of content, and the fact that he's both cerebral and powerhouse, and it's great class combinations, great special with utility, and an orb boosting effect that lasted multiple turns, just really valuable, right? Because on the last stage we will be inflicted with attack down, and we actually found Heracles, which is something that you don't see too often, so that's pretty cool, getting the max specials there. But the matching slots, while it is cool, isn't going to really mean much when we reach Heat and Wire here on Battle 3. So they do a really annoying slot change, and after the next turn, they're going to do slot change again, but they're going to give us quick slots instead, which the crewmate effect of, I believe, Nami makes them beneficial. I think it's Nami. Yeah, makes cerebral characters' quick slots have matching slot effects. So next turn we're going to be getting a full board of those slots, which is good. So we're going to try and balance our damage between these two characters here and see how that goes. So we want to hit the Strength Hawkins, who has a matching slot on the guy who's Dex. I can't remember. Yeah, Heat is the red guy. Wyatt is the green guy. And then we want our Law and Nami to hit Heat so that we can do as much damage to him. So let's see what happens. Let's give it a shot. And then we want to switch. Switch back. Okay, that was actually pretty effective. We pretty much did what we wanted to do. But of course, remember that when you are above 30%, Rayleigh's Captain effect is only giving you a 2.5 times attack boost, which is pretty bad. We definitely want to get to that lower threshold. Realistically, we could have probably stalled to make sure that we get our health extremely low, but it would make some of the later stages a bit more difficult with the way that this team is kind of planning to get through it, right? So next we want to actually kill Wire on this turn. That is the ideal scenario. So let's do that here. Let's do that. Okay. Oh, we didn't get the kill. That would have been so good if we got the two blue guys to attack. Okay, so Heat is now alive. Now, they both do nasty things. I can't remember which one this guy did. Which one did this guy do? Okay, so he reduces our chain for 10 turns. And I believe the other one, if you left him alive, he actually gives you a 10-turn, like, minor attack buff, which is obviously not what we want, because we want to use our own attack buff, so that's a huge problem here. So we can just kill here. We just want to go ahead and kill. That is not a problem. Move on to stage 4. Stage 4 is also quite problematic. We're going to be taking our time with it because there's just, at this point in time, there was not a lot of characters that were out that could remove a lot of these debuffs that we are inflicted with, right? I mean, we have 4 turns of paralysis, which was a lot at the time, and then there's damage threshold, 3 turns of damage threshold, and then you also have to deal with everything on the last stage. You know, back then, there really wasn't a lot of characters that would do lots of utility in one, as well as giving you a buff. Those really, really valuable units basically didn't exist. And Neptune was kind of like one of the first of those units that would give you amazing utility, plus give you a really good buff. So, at this point here, we want to stall, right? We want to actually stall until that threshold is gone. So, let's target Kid. And, I mean, we can't really do much. We're just going to, like, just wait off. And the thing is as well about this stage is that if you activate any orb changing effect, they're going to randomly shuffle your slots around. So it's hard to get matching slots on this stage. But remember, when we're below 30%, we actually have an increased chance of matching slots. So if we get really bad slots, we may actually have to reset. But I don't think it'll come down to that. But hey, stranger things have happened. So this turn we're going to take a lot of damage because Kid is attacking. So both of them are going to attack. It's a pretty hefty amount of damage, but it's fine. And then Killer's going to cut out HP. We can tank another hit from Killer because he really doesn't do that much damage. So we're going to take one more hit, and then we're going to kill in the following turn. Yeah, we just survived, which is good. Okay, so now we're going to use the Hawkins special. So Hawkins does a health cut, but he also will get rid of paralysis, which is exactly what we want. So here we have the Basil Hawkins, the straw man himself. 20% health cut, very, very valuable. Now, of course, because Hawkins did do an orb change, I believe he changes, like, tandem and, like, badly matching slots or something into matching, so that's fine. But we're going to be activating another orb changing effect in just a moment. We're going to use Rayleigh as well, which is going to not only give us an orb boost, but it's actually going to give us damage reduction, which is kind of nice to stall. Animation's really cool, but the orb boost is nice, and also because we are inflicted with the chain multiply down debuff, it's really nice that we'll just get a chain lock, so we don't really have to worry about that, which is good. And then we will activate Nami's special, so we get an attack boost on this turn, and then we'll get an attack boost on the following turn when we hit enough perfects. I believe we have to hit like 4 perfects, maybe I think it might be 5 perfects actually. I can't actually remember, but it's a lot of perfects you have to hit with this Nami. And the thing about it is we are literally relying on orb luck on the final stage to make sure we get the right orbs, right? So luckily Rayleigh does give us a higher chance, And so Law does not have a matching slot, so we're going to hit with him. I can't remember how many perfects you actually have to hit. You do have to hit 5 perfects. Okay. So I think we're going to hit with everyone. And we're going to save Nami's slot. So we have a quick slot for the final stage, because Kid on the final stage will be a strength character. So all the specials are activated here. Let's activate... No, we're not going to activate any more specials. We're going to attack with Law. And we want to hit with as many characters as possible. This is actually going to be tough. Alright, here we go. Let's do it. No, we didn't hit 5 perfects. Oh, we didn't get the attack buff. Oh, no. Dude, that's so annoying. Hitting 5 perfects? Oh my god. We actually wanted a couple maybe non-matching slots. That would have helped us out. Because I didn't really want to hit with Nami, but I feel like looking back at it, we probably should have just hit with Nami. We probably should have just done it. Oh, dang, that sucks. Okay. Well, it is what it is. We do have to activate Neptune here. We're not going to kill. Neptune gives us the ability to remove attack down. I believe he actually removes despair as well, and also gives us an orb boost for 3 turns. I'm thinking about it. We could actually reset and then use like Law special. That might be better, and then use Neptune and then save Rayleigh for the revive, because he's going to revive. Yeah, let's reset and let's try again. Okay, so let's try it again, and I want to use Law first, because his orb boost is a 2.25 times orb boost, and I think that might be better, and then we can use Rayleigh's special on the revive, which gives us an orb boost and a chain lock. So we really have to hope that the orb boost of Law is like enough to just be enough to kill him. I don't think it is. If it is though, that'll be absolutely amazing. I think we're probably going to lose, so I mean, let's see what happens, right? Let's see what happens. Let's get it. Okay, hang on. We need really good orb luck right now. We need exceptional orb luck right now. Can we please get the good orbs? Okay, okay. So we've got... No, oh, I forgot Rayleigh gets special binded. Oh, no. Okay, I'm stupid. I completely forgot Rayleigh got special binded. No! Oh, that would have been so good. I think with Rayleigh special, that might have been enough to kill. Well, we lose. We pretty much lose, because we can't tank a hit, and we can't use Rayleigh special. So yeah, we're going to have to rethink this strategy a little bit, I think. But let's just attack anyways, because it's the only thing that we can really do. Not much else we can do, but we're going to take the L on this one, and we will have to run it back, and hopefully get a little bit more luck on the following try. Yeah, we pretty much just lose here, right? Yeah. Alright, let's run it back and see what we're able to do on the second attempt. Alright, so we've made it back to Battle 3, and I was just thinking the entire time while I was stalling for specials, and we have to use a Bandai friend captain this time because I don't have any more Rayleighs up. But I'm just thinking, because I use one Rayleigh stage 4, I could probably get away with using one on stage 3, and then maybe not have to worry about the chain coefficient reduction that we're inflicted. Alright, let's see how that works, okay? So let's just do the same strat that we were just doing. Bing. Bing, switch, bing, bing, switch, bing, bing. Okay, so we take a bit of damage, and now let's use Rayleigh special after we get a full board of matching slots. Unless if they react to it, which I don't think they do. Okay, good, good, good. And then we'll have a Rayleigh special to tank. No, we don't really need to tank a hit, we just use it for the kill. So we don't have to worry about using a Rayleigh special on the final stage. Maybe that might be the way to go. Alright, let's run this and see how we go. This should easily kill. No problems there. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, so now we just have to do the same strat that we were doing before, where we just tank a couple of hits, use the Hawkins special to get rid of the paralysis eventually when we want to do what we want to do. We could also just use the Hawkins special now, to be honest. I mean, that's probably a good idea just to do it now. Get rid of a bit of health on Kid. I mean, yeah, it's going to do an orb change, but it doesn't really matter, because the orb changing is going to happen a lot throughout this, this turn. because eventually when we do our burst turn, we're using Nami special anyway, which does do an orb shuffle, so we don't really have to worry. So we will just take turns. That's all we really need to do. Just take turns until the threshold is removed, and then go for the kill pretty much, and hopefully it works out. I mean, you got to make sure we have to hit the right amount of perfects, right? We have to hit the right amount of perfects. Okay, so we're going to take a lot of damage on this turn. We should be okay, though. And then Killer is going to health cut us. Yep, that's perfect. Okay. So I'm going to stall again. Going to take a hit from Killer. And now here we go for the burst turn. So, first things first, let's use Nami special. If we get bad slots, we're just going to refresh it and see what happens. Of course, you know, it doesn't really matter about the blue units, but we definitely need slots on Rayleighs and the Hawkins. They need to have matching slots. And they do have. We got a full board of slots here. Alright. Oh no, after another shuffle. Okay, a full board of slots. Okay, so once again, Rayleigh's special ability, which is going to give us the Orb Boost, the Chain Lock, Orb Shuffle, which actually, it might do another Orb Shuffle here, because we got a Tandem slot. Yep, so it's going to Orb Shuffle again. And, I mean, honestly, getting a couple non-matching slots wouldn't be a bad thing, because it's going to make it easier to hit those perfects. So the first shuffle doesn't matter, but the second shuffle. That is actually pretty bad. That's really bad, actually, because we actually want Hawkins at least to have a matching slot, so that we can at least get the kill on Kid. I think we're going to have to reset this one. Alright, once again, let's go ahead and see if we can get those slots that we want to get. So we're going to use Rayleigh special, of course. Actually, that does do another orb shuffle, so we got lots of orb shuffling that we have to sit through, which is so annoying. But look, we want to get this done. I am determined to get this done. And then Nami, of course, another orb shuffle. Probably could use Nami first, but it's fine. Okay. So Hawkins needs a slot and at least one on Rayleigh. That's all we need, right? Okay, that's exactly what we want. Right, so now we have to make sure we're hitting 5 perfect. So we're going to start with Blue Nami and then go to Law. So that's not going to do a lot of damage at all. And then we'll go with Rayleigh. And then we'll finish with... Yeah, so we'll go Nami, Law, Rayleigh, Hawkins, Neptune. Yeah, alright, let's try that. Here we go. Yes, perfect, perfect. We got all perfects. Now we just have to make sure we get good matching slots. Yes, okay, that's really, really good. Right, so we're going to have the attack boost from the Nami special, which is going to enable us to get the 2.25 times attack boost. Then we're going to go ahead and use the Neptune, which is going to remove the attack down. And then this is definitely going to kill. So let's see how this one goes. Alright, here we go. Okay, and we save the slot on Law. That's really, really good. Right, so he's going to revive. The only thing is I don't know if I have enough damage to kill him on this turn. Nami didn't get a slot. Alright, so we're back in game now, and yeah, there's nothing we can do about the matching slot on the Nami, which is a huge missed opportunity. So we're going to use Law here. Unfortunately, we don't get Law's boost. It would be nice if it was an attack boost instead. We may have to change the team build, honestly. Alright, so we just hope that this is enough to kill, right? Alright, here goes nothing. Even with a matching slot on Nami, I think we were going to fall short there. Alright, we got to change our team build. Alright, so now we are using a slightly different team. So the idea of this team now is to, when we get to Battle 4, is we're literally just going to be using both Rayleigh specials to like take damage if we need it. And the really cool thing is we're going to be using Law here. We're going to be using Law on this battle here, Battle 3, so that we can blast through this stage without having to worry about any more damage or any of these nasty debuffs. So let's just do normal damage here on turn 1. Want to make sure we can get this done this time, guys. We got to get this done. Rayleigh surely can do this. Surely. Now, the reason why we're using Crocodile instead of Hawkins is we're going to be able to stall a little bit more because we can have both Rayleigh specials to tank hits. But also the fact that, you know, on the last stage, Crocodile can give us an attack boost on the second turn, which is something that we wouldn't have previously, which is going to enable us to get that little bit of extra damage. He also does do a health cut, but I think he has a barrier on the revive. Yeah, he had the barrier, right? So we can't really worry about that health cut. But we're going to use Law this time. So Law actually is a really good hit because he does a lot of damage and also gives us that really tasty orb boost. So with this, we should be able just to move on pretty comfortably. Boom, there we go. You love to see it. And now we go to Battle 4. So this stage, oh man, I hate this stage so much with both Killer and Kid. Of course, Paralysis and also the damage threshold. So at this point, we are just going to continue stalling until all of the paralysis is gone. And then at that point, we can start doing what we want to do. So because we have both of these Rayleighs, we have the ability to stall once our HP gets considerably lower. Which, it's nice that we have, and the thing is you can't even use Rayleigh on the revive anyway, so it is nice that, you know, you can just use them on earlier stages to block damage or give you a chain lock or an orb boost, which is so good. So Killer, of course, going to cut our health pretty significantly here. We can tank a hit. We don't have to worry about this. And then we can use one Rayleigh special in this turn to tank a hit, and then use another one on the next turn for the intended use for the damage, of course, with the chain lock and the orb boosting effect. Alright, so we can tank this, which means on the following turn we are going to be able to get rid of the paralysis, and then we'll be Gucci from there. Yep, the 95% damage reduction coming in super clutch. And here we go once again with Rayleigh, giving us that orb boost, the chain lock, the damage reduction, and then we can go ahead and use the special ability of Nami. Once again, we do have to hit the 5 perfects to ensure that we get the attack boost on that following turn. If we don't get that, we can kiss goodbye our chances of winning, okay? But we do have to make sure we get our good slots. So, Orb Shuffle 1, Orb Shuffle 2. Those slots aren't the greatest, but I think with all of this damage that we have, shouldn't be a problem. Okay, so here we go. Hopefully this time we get through it, hit all our perfects, and we'll be good to go. Perfect. Now we have to make sure we get good slots here. Come on. Good slots, good slots, good slots. On Nami and Law. Yes, okay, that's step 1. We gotta make sure we get good slots on the following turn as well. Okay, so now Kid is going to inflict us with attack down. We have an attack boost from Nami special. Then we can use the special ability of Neptune, get rid of the attack down, give us the orb boosting effect. And then this should kill, and then we'll use Crocodile on the following turn. And remember, we still have the orb boost from Neptune that has been activated from this turn here, which is huge, right? Alright, and hopefully we get the dub. Let's get it, let's get it, let's get it. Lots of damage, and we still have Law's Orb there as well. This is an easy dub. There's literally no way we can lose this from here. There's literally no way we can lose it from here. And we get the slots that we wanted, which is exactly what we needed. And here we go with the Crocodile special, which is going to do the health cut, as well as giving us a 2x attack boost, which is a little bit smaller than what we were getting previously, but we had more than enough damage on turn 1 anyways. So that's going to go ahead and give us that attack boost, which is really good. And now, once again, second turn of burst, and we should be good. Beautiful, we did it! We did it! Let's go! Alright, Rayleigh. Thank you so much. Man, that was actually a really tough battle, but that was really fun to go ahead and, you know, wrap your head around that. Man, that was a really tough match. So that brings about an end to yet another episode of the Legends of OPTC, and in next week's video, we cover one of the most polarizing Sugo-Fest exclusive characters to release, a fan favorite, and that is V2 Doflamingo. So that's going to be covered in next week's episode. Very much looking forward to that, because that guy is an absolute monster. But I really hope you guys have enjoyed the video today with V2 Rayleigh. He's been a bunch of fun. Hopefully you guys did enjoy it. And if you guys did enjoy the video, make sure you go ahead and leave a like. And if you want to stay up to date with all the content that I post, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. But on that, guys, I'll see you guys within the next video.